What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. It's Monday. It's 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday. And we're going to get busy here. Checking out the Murder of Crows.io. If you don't already have some, you can mint up to 10 at a time, and they help me. And it's basically my only real source of income right now, for the most part. Little things here and there, but nothing significant because I've been pumping everything into building. I will say that I am going to start doing giveaways here soon. If I go live, I'm probably going to start doing some form of giveaway. For this video, I will tell everybody, and I'll remind everybody through the video, leave a comment down below with your Cardano address. I'm going to send 100 Cardano, 100 ADA to one lucky winner. And I'll probably do that in the next video. So the next time I go live, I'm going to give somebody 100 ADA and I'm going to do it live, like who the winner is. And then I'm going to send it right there. So I want to start making these live streams a little more fun, a little more engaging, and that sort of stuff. So pretty excited about doing that, and I just think it's a fun way because the money that I generate from the Murder of Crows, basically the ADA that I generate, that's what I'm going to be using for some of the giveaways. So I'm always promoting them, and the sales continue going up every time I go live. So I figure, why not give some of it back and just turn it into a fun thing. So welcome, Crypto Chef. What's going on, brother? Glad to see you. Let's see here real quick. Adam R. Gay for old salt and pepper beard crow. Wow. Well, glad to see you here. Alex, what's up, man? Looking forward to seeing you on Friday. Side note, when Casper Network review? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. Maybe I'll look into it. Hey, Crow, have you heard of Koyo? It's hard to see the text all the way out there. Let's see. I have a few crows. Maybe I'll get some more so you can buy lunch. That sounds cool. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on and get to the news, because there's a few things I want to cover and I don't want the video to get too long. Looking at Bitcoin right now, obviously we've just been sideways on a daily. I mean, it's been pretty up and down, but ultimately we've been sideways, kind of dipping our toes into the sign of strength position here. Well, this is after a sign of strength of our ultimately our broken trend, and it is what it is. I actually think crypto is about to go up, and I think there's a lot of whale activity to kind of set the tone for that and to kind of make that case. And if we look at high block capital and we kind of take a look at where the liquidity is forming the most right now, we can see it's actually forming substantially around 28,000, which could be an easy wick down before we start to move up. And so that could be likely what we see. Maybe we see a little wick down. We're currently at 28.51. So, I mean, we could wipe that out pretty easily. Okay. So I'm not overly concerned. Taking a quick look at my profit trailer bot, which I've been running now for a little over a week. It's been pretty smooth and consistent with very, very low profit. So I'm currently up about $68, and which, that's fine. I mean, it's more than paying for itself. I know that, but it's never really using much of my available capital. So I'm going to be making some changes to this. I want to get to a point where I'm seeing like $100 a day in profit. And that's when I'm really going to start cranking this out to you guys, promoting my affiliate link in the description. And then sharing my settings. But right now, the settings are so conservative and they're so safe, if you will, that's great. If that's what's up. I mean, if you're wanting to just let this purr and go on its own forever, just making little tiny bits of profits off of a lot of trades, cool. But me, no, I'm a little more, I'm willing to be a little more risky, get into the DCA bags a bit, make it a little bit more exciting, and ultimately generate more substantial profit over time. So, I mean, you can see I've had 57 buys over here, 62 sales, because this is counting in like any DCAs that I go into. And it's just, my balance is 0.309 Bitcoin overall. And if I look into the stats, these are all the stats, and this is live trading. This is Profit Trailer live trading. I'm telling you right now, there is a nostalgic value to Profit Trailer, and the way it's grown and its complexities has gotten immense. I mean, you can do pretty much anything you want with Profit Trailer now. You can even trade automatically. Is this spam? It looks like somebody's spamming. I might have to get rid of them. Yeah, it's spamming some coin. I'm so sick of it. Honestly, I'm getting 5 messages a day on Facebook, on Instagram, on everywhere, these impersonators. And they're just disgusting. And what's even more disgusting is these platforms don't give us any real way of dealing with these people. And it really is, it's disgusting. It drives me insane. The number of people that message me on a regular basis telling me, hey, is this you? Because I'm apparently sending messages to everybody, and it's not me, folks. You don't have to message me. I know they exist. I get it all the time on Twitter. I mean, if I'm on a social media platform, or even ones I'm not on, they add all the people that I know. They add all these friends of mine, and then they fake all these accounts, and then they start blasting people. And I, it's not me. You don't have to message me. I know it's been going on for years. There's nothing I can do about it. None of these platforms give us a means of taking care of any of it. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, everybody needs to get together and petition these platforms and say, you know what, these spammers do not have rights. Because that's the big question. A lot of these platforms are ran and operated with a philosophy, let's just say, that obviously supports what's going on today. And a part of this philosophy is spammers have rights too. And they just will not do anything about it. And it's disgusting. But it is what it is. If we use their platforms for our own gain, we have to follow their rules and live by their lack of care, I guess, to some extent. But anyway, Profit Trailer is really good. It's treating me well, and I will be expanding on these settings and basically sharing everything. But you can see it's all green, but you can see that my growth at 0.03%, just really tiny fractions of a profit. I'm going to be bumping this up. I'm going to be making these a little bit more, I want to see significant growth, because I know that it's possible. So I'm going to be dialing this in a little bit more, and then I'll start sharing my stuff. All right. So first on the agenda here is $1 billion lawsuit is making matter. I mean, NBA, the way that the governments are going after these exchanges now, listen, every bit of what's happening right now, I told everybody was coming. Did I not? Did I not say that all of this was coming? They're going to go after the exchanges. Any of the exchanges that survive they're going to have deals in place where I'm telling you right now. And I'm going to show you something else, but there's a lot happening that I believe is going to be in support of, like, the Fed now, this non-crypto, non-decentralized. It's not even a cryptocurrency, but it's ultimately going to become the new stable token. And I do believe that whether it's the Fed now or the CBDCs, these are what are going to be forced to be used by these exchanges if they want to be left alone for dealing with U.S. citizens. I'm telling you, this is going to happen. I predicted this shit like a year or two ago, and I talked about it since. And it's just, I'm watching it all come to fruition before my very eyes. And sometimes, I always joke that I'm always right sometimes, but I don't always want to be. Okay, I really don't. I don't always want to be. But the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, its executives, and a handful of influencers who promoted the platform are all being sued for a whopping $1 billion, according to a March 31st lawsuit filed by lawyers from, I'm not sure the name, so I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, and the Moskowitz law firm. 3 plaintiffs, 2 Floridians and 1 Californian, claim they lost money while trading digital assets promoted by Binance and the influencers. Obviously, these are wealthy people that they know how to use the court system to basically not hold themselves accountable for decisions they make in crypto. Binance, its founder and CEO, Changpeng Zhao, and 3 influencers, NBA Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler, and YouTubers Graham Stephan and Ben Armstrong. Is this what they're talking? Okay, this is... are being sued for trading in and unlawfully promoted unregistered securities. Here's the question. If this is the case, why buy them at all? If they know that they're buying unregistered securities, why buy them, hope for the best, and then if it doesn't go well, we'll file a lawsuit and blame everybody else? That doesn't make any. I just don't understand that. Everybody that's in crypto for the most part knows what they're doing. They know what the game is. They know what the hustle is. They know that there's a lot of risk associated with crypto. It's greedy. I just look at a lot of people like it's greedy people trying to cash in on something, and when it doesn't work out, they want to blame the world for it. And the lack of accountability nowadays is just mind-boggling. I mean, everybody's trying to do their best. Everybody's trying to make everybody money, but not every bet, not every crypto purchase made is going to be a windfall of cash for everyone involved. It just doesn't all work out that way. In fact, very few crypto projects do cause that kind of a windfall of cash. And with everything else going on in the market, what do you expect? I mean, nothing is performing the way we all expect it should, okay? Binance and CZ have not yet commented publicly on this lawsuit. Today, CZ tweeted a crypto photo quote of Mahatma Gandhi saying, "First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win." Actually, Gandhi didn't say this. It's a misquote from Bernie Sanders has fallen prey to. Even Bernie Sanders has fallen. I don't remember who said this initially. I have no idea. The legal hit comes less than a week after the U.S. Commodities Trading and Futures Commission sued Binance over regulatory violations, a move classified as unexpected and disappointing by CZ. The regulator alleged that Binance has instructed its employees and customers to circumvent compliance controls in order to maximize corporate profits. While the CFTC can't bring crypto, but did they take advantage of that? That's the other question. Like, let's just say they did. Let's just say it's an exchange. An exchange says, you can use a VPN to access our platform if you're restricted from the US. And then they do that. But then something doesn't work out for them. Then they want to go back and blame the platform for saying, well, this is an option. Like, you can do this. It's like somebody going to a leverage trading platform, making some crazy degenerate bet using a VPN, and then blaming the platform for allowing them to use the VPN to make a degenerate bet. Oh, I'm going to use 100x leverage on a trade of 5 Bitcoin. I'm going to lose my Bitcoin in 30 seconds. I'm going to go back and sue the platform. It's like, give me a break. And not only that, this is why... a lot of this stuff is why I have disclosed in the description. I used to do it like over and over, all over the place, right? I used to do it in the video. I'd say, this is a paid segment. This is a paid. Then I use the YouTube notification, and then I'd put it in the disclaimer in the description of the video, and I just went overboard with it because I never want anybody to be able to say, oh, Crow told me to buy this and it was a paid segment. He never said it was a paid segment. No way. No, sir. No, thanks. Not trying to deal with the crazies out there. I just, I call it as I see it. I've done paid segments myself where I'm not like the project. I'm like, this is a paid segment, but I still don't like it. But if you do, more power to you. And it is what it is. I just, the lack of accountability for people in the space, people who know better, right? I mean, let's be real about it. Everybody knows better, especially nowadays, because there's so much information on so many different cases, so many different things that have happened over the years, that if you get into crypto now and you still play dumb, I'm sorry, but I don't know how much sympathy I can have. I'm not saying that there aren't situations where people get caught up, where people fall into some sort of trap, or they fall into some sort of scam, or they're falling for an airdrop. But it's like all of this stuff has happened over and over and over and over again, and there just aren't any secrets at this point. Everybody knows. It takes 2 seconds. Cardano Whales. This is big. Cardano Whales make radical move, adding 150 million ADA as price keeps rising. Large Cardano wallets have bought a staggering amount of ADA recently, betting on its further price surge. And here we go. Crypto trader and analyst Ali Martinez has taken to Twitter to share that Cardano Whales have shown a rise in purchases lately as they acquired more than 100 million ADA, according to data from Into the Block. I like that Into the Block website. I need to reference it more. I used to use it for information and I would share it, but then certain elements of the information went away. And I'm like, what's happening? The most important stuff to me personally wasn't there anymore. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to use this anymore. Maybe I'll check it out again. In the meantime, ADA has been showing positive price performance. And if you'll notice, when Bitcoin, Ethereum, when everything else was in the red, Cardano was pumping by like 11.5%. A lot of people like to create this narrative, like when Bitcoin's pumping and Ethereum's pumping, and they're like, look at Cardano, it's so slow, it's not doing anything. No, it's because it moves when nothing else is. It's like, and I don't know if it's used because you've got first generation, second generation, third generation. I don't know if there's like a whale system that says buy Bitcoin, then buy Ethereum, take your profits from all that, and then buy Cardano. I don't know if it's because of its position in the world or I don't know. I also do, and I've messaged him a couple of times. Like, I've been critical of Richard Hart, okay? And I know, and I get messages on Twitter all the time from the Pulse people and the Hexicans and all whatever they call themselves. And it's like, you know what? Listen, if you got into Hex and you're into Pulse and you love the culture, you love the community, you love the project, more power to you. But so many people give me shit because I don't pump it and I don't promote it on my channel. I'm just not into it. That's all. I'm just not into it. I'm into Cardano. I'm into to other things. And that's not to say that I have a disdain for Richard Hart or I don't trust him or I don't like him or anything. It's not about that. I'm just not particularly into that project so much. I know Richard Hart's a smart guy. He has something called the Hart theory, which is basically, he had talked about, and I only saw one clip, but he talked about how, a cryptocurrency or a layer one or any major crypto asset like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Cardano is basically limited by its base pairs or by its trading pairs available on exchanges. The more trading pairs a cryptocurrency has under it, like if I want to trade Algorand and use Cardano as the base pair. So I'm basically spending Cardano to buy Algorand, expecting Algorand to go up and trade it back into my Cardano, the way a lot of people do with bot trading and Bitcoin or Ethereum right now. And his whole Hart theory is based off of this calculation or this system for calculating things based off of the number of pairs that it has on trading platforms. And I'm like, I bet there's a lot of truth to that. I would give him the opportunity to come on, talk about Hex and Pulse, but to elaborate on this Hart theory and break it down in a way that us stupid folks can understand, because I do believe there may very well be some solid merit to that. And so the call is out there. I mean, I've had him on my channel before, and it was more of where we talked about Hex a lot, and I was definitely not that into Hex at the time. But I mean, I'd give him that opportunity if it meant anything to him. I'm pretty sure his channel's much bigger than mine, and so I don't know. Some people don't like to go on channels that have smaller number of subscribers, right? The more subscribers you have, the bigger the guests, and it is what it is. I mean, people call me one of the most underrated crypto YouTubers out here, but I just can't seem to grow my channel for whatever reason. It is what it is. I don't know if it's YouTube doesn't like me. I've thought about doing Crow's Nest and growing that, and maybe doing my content a little different, completely staying away from any kind of political anything, just focus strictly 100% on crypto, and maybe just, I don't know. I think about it, but the idea of me trying to grow another channel on YouTube just to see how badly I've been shadow banned or whatever just makes me sick to my stomach, because I just don't really have the stomach for it. But in the meantime, ADA is growing. Cardano Whales holding 1 million to 10 million have bought roughly 150 million ADA over the past month, worth $57 million. So these folks are averaging in, is what it looks like, but they're averaging in droves. I mean, these $57 million into ADA right now is a big deal. So, I'm definitely pumped about it. Here's some more Cardano news before I get into the Fed now. Cardano to become the largest EVM chain thanks to this killer innovation. leading blockchain developer and Milka Media co-founder Sebastian Guillemot announced that Cardano will become the top EVM chain by next month. This will be possible as a result of Milka Media's introduction of a new feature that will allow every Cardano user to use any EVM contract directly from any Cardano wallet, and all within ADA. This is boss stuff right here. Thus, says the developer, Cardano will immediately become one of the largest EVM networks in terms of user base size. In addition, Milka Media will soon launch staking rewards for all EVM users, including smart contract developers. This will make Cardano the largest EVM compatible chain with a fully operational staking reward system. On this occasion, Guillemot invites everyone interested to build on Cardano's EVM layer and receive rewards every 5 days. I watched the thing recently also with Charles talking about Internet of Things and how he doesn't feel that Cardano is quite yet ready to dive deep into like the Internet of Things and all of that, which I actually found not warming, but like inspiring in the sense that he's very honest about it. You know, while so many blockchains out there are touting like their ability to conquer the world and do all of these things they can't really do, it's easy to say, oh, we can do this and we're going to do that and we're going to do that, but they don't. And part of it is because there's no real need for it yet. So, but they're trying to build their hype. And I like the fact that Charles is like, no, Cardano's not ready to usher in that kind of tech yet. And he's like, you know, maybe in a few years, maybe but in the next decade, you know, we'll really dive into that. But I mean, you know, it's like, where is Internet of Things technology today? It's still being laid out. But I don't know. I just really respect that. I just think that's a lot of integrity right there on Charles' part, and I really appreciate it. XRP will be a huge winner in multi-trillion-dollar payment space, says Iron Keys Capital. For all of you XRP holders out there, I'm one of them. I have some, not a whole lot, but I have a little bit just for a rainy day. Kevin Cage, an advisor at Iron Key Capital, a digital asset management fund that focuses on researching crypto enterprise adoption and decentralized data utility networks, recently expressed his strong belief in the potential of XRP on Twitter. Iron Key Capital is a digital asset management fund that focuses on researching crypto enterprise adoption and decentralized data utility networks. Cage sees XRP as a survivor and major payment industry winner with a use case worth trillions of dollars. Here's the thing. With as far as XRP is concerned, it's been pumping. It's been doing well. You know, the case, everybody thinks that the case, you know, SEC is going to lose this case and that it's going to send XRP to the moon, and maybe that happens, but I'm still pretty skeptical, if I'm honest. I'd love for XRP to do astronomically well. And, you know, I'm not a XRP hater. I appreciate the community, the XRP army. I appreciate all of it. I really do. But until the case is over, it's difficult for me to trust. I don't trust the way our judicial system works right now, if I'm honest. I just don't trust it. I feel like anytime somebody has something to say that anybody doesn't like, oh, they're hit with a case for something, like, you know, and it doesn't matter what it is. It's just, I feel like, you know, and I watch all these hearings, man, where you know, the district attorney is going after this person and that person and these people and that group for practically nothing, but then they're not going after all of these people who are doing all kinds of craziness. And I just feel like everything is an upside down world, and it scares the absolute hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie, it really does when it comes to crypto, especially because I just feel like anybody could get popped for anything, regardless of guilt, regardless of crime, regardless of intent, regardless of anything. It's just like it's a free market for just slamming people up against the wall and ruining their lives because you said too much or you were too loud or, you know, or whatever. And it's just, man, we're really becoming something else. I don't know what to say. It's just, we're really becoming something else. But you know, I do hope that XRP does well. I really do, but I'm not quite there yet. Shiba Inu now in the hands of long-term holders, says on-chain data. So there's a lot of Shiba Inu that are basically transitioning to the hands of long-term holders, people that believe it's going to go up in this next run and that, you know, they're going to make a bunch of money. So, you know, I almost bought some Shiba Inu just for giggles, but I didn't. I just don't care. I'm sorry, I don't. And I know that a lot of people have a lot of fun with these meme tokens, but you know, I would rather put my money into something more fundamentally sound, something that has some actual real value to the world, not just something I think I'm going to speculate on because I can buy 1 trillion tokens for $10. And if it just goes to $1, it's like, it's fun, but it's a gamble and it's not one I'm really into. Cardano's becoming independent. It is becoming an independent asset, and this is showing on-chain data, and I think this is pretty substantial information here. Cardano displays signs of independence from the broader market. I just made this point 10 minutes ago. How long am I? Oh, 25 minutes. Damn it. Okay, so this decoupling from major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum highlights the growing strength of Cardano as an individual asset. With a unique price trajectory and an uptrend that has persisted for more than a month, ADA has shown a remarkable ability to rise even as broader market trends subside. This is exactly what I was talking about. In the last 2 days alone, Cardano has experienced an 11% increase in its price, further solidifying its status as a standout asset in the crypto market. And this is what we want to see. We don't want Cardano moving with everything else because everything else moves based off of overall sentiment. Cardano grows based off of merit and value and use and on-chain statistics and on-chain data that actually matters. And I actually kind of like the fact that, like, for me, Cardano's also been a store of value. I mean, let's be real about it. With everything going on in the banking sector and all of the craziness that's happening, Cardano's been a big deal for me. This is why I built the Murder of Crows on Cardano. This is why if I was ever going to do an NFT collection, I was building it on Cardano, and it's been doing well. Make sure you check it out, murderofcrows.io, and, mint some. Share them on Twitter. Share them with me. I want to see them because I like seeing what people get. That's it for now. I'm going to call this because I don't want this to be over 30 minutes, or I know it'll get ignored by a lot of folks. But until next time, guys, crow your coins, and I'll see you soon.